Hello, everybody. My name is Andy,
Hi, everybody. My name is Mikey.
and this is the Anything Goes podcast, a Rivera production podcast. A little background: we're just two dudes, best friends, who decided to make a podcast. Basically,
Yeah. I guess I will give my
Yeah.
personal background.
Yeah, you go first.
And a little bit Andy's. Okay. Grew up in an extremely small town. We went to high school together. Our first encounter was in middle school. I was the I guess you could say the quote unquote popular jock at that time, and Andy was Andy.
I was that kid that nobody wanted to go around because they were scared I was gonna stab them.
Oh yeah, he used to stab people with pencils.
Yeah, that I'm known for that.
Yeah. And then in high school, I guess so middle school we really clicked when we started doing band together. And then high school it just absolutely like took off because, freshmen in high school, and then we had this one class it was called collegiate prep, which is ran by the amazing Hillary Defbach. She is wonderful. And then like I was like, "Hey, yo, that's Andy. I know him. Well, what if I just sat next to him?"
Hey, you sat down first. I was late to class.
He was late to class because he's Andy.
And my side of the story is I walked into the collegiate prep class, looked around. Our teacher just immediately started the day by yelling at us, "Good morning."
Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
We're like, it's too early. No, you should not be this excited on the first day of class. And I saw Mikey sitting there, and I'm like, I somewhat know him. I'm sitting next.
Yeah, it was. I guess that's how we started. In high school, varsity football freshman year, powerlifting, track. I was I was that high school athlete. I don't know if that makes sense. I was also in band. We were a small school, so that you were able to be both, and it was actually amazing. It was so much fun. Yeah. How like if you took me and Andy, separated us, listed our everythings and what we've done, there's like no chance that we would have been best friends.
Yeah. Like, the only connection we really had was band.
Yeah, I mean it was a really good connection. I felt like we grew a lot, especially in band.
Yeah, it felt like just at once we were just like, oh yeah, we're best friends. That's my boy.
Yeah, it was really weird. It kind of just like I don't know. I guess we were kind of like wrangled together through despite the odds.
Despite the odds. But yeah. Also, isn't that picture of you in like middle school?
Huh?
Well, to the people who are listening, they can't really see your Discord image, but
Oh yeah. Okay, so my Discord image is a picture of me, but I'm dressed in all black, all concert black with a fedora. This was freshman year before COVID hit.
oh, right before we had to wear our marching uniforms for competitions.
Yeah.
A little bit about me, basically. Middle school, I was in athletics. I did football, but I wasn't like an athlete by all means. I was pudgy. But there was a senior directed show that in 8th grade, and the middle schoolers were allowed to, quote unquote, act in it, and I got a decent part. And then immediately I just sort of fell in love with theater, and our theater and athletics classes were in the same period, so you couldn't really do both, and so I chose theater. And it kind of just became my life, and so now I'm currently attending university as a film production major, hoping to be a film director one day, which is probably going to be a subject for a lot to talk about on this podcast. You know, the whole Rivera Productions podcast is I run a YouTube channel called Rivera Productions. It's basically all my works is going to be posted on there, and eventually, hopefully, Rivera Productions will be a legitimate company.
It's gonna be amazing, dude. It's gonna be amazing to see you grow. Yeah. Okay, guys. So we're gonna tell a story. I guess we're both gonna tell both of our views on this. It's called the hotel story.
Yeah. If you went to high school with us, you're sick of this story. But if you didn't, you're gonna love it.
It's amazing. You might belly laugh. I don't know. Okay, so I guess that teacher that I mentioned, Hillary Defbach, that we took when we were in high school, the class collegiate prep. We actually, like, a part of that class, the main goal was to get you ready for college. And a part of that was to take you on, like overnight trips to said place and visit this many places and whatever, college heavy locations, right? And we get to this amazing place. I think, what is it called?
You're missing out a couple spots. So this wasn't from our collegiate prep program. It was from Talent Search.
Oh.
Yeah. And basically, Talent Search is for those of you in university, it might be called Talent Search or SSS, Student Support Services, or TRIO. And if you're in college, you might qualify for it, and it helps out a bunch. But for our school, we would get one overnight college tour trip every summer.
Yeah. So
what schools did we tour? I feel like we should start with the schools.
We should start with the schools. Okay. West Texas A&M, Tarleton.
No, West Texas was.
You mean about the trip?
Yeah, the trip.
Oh, okay. So, the trip was. I don't know. I kind of forgot.
Yeah, the schools aren't the important thing.
Yeah, definitely. Being a part of a college prep program, the schools weren't the important thing. It's the story.
Yeah.
So, reel everything back in.
To stay at the Bigwig Sheraton Hotel. That's all we cared about. That's all.
We were at the Sheraton Hotel. Where were we? College Station?
Oh, let me check. Where is the Sheraton Hotel in Texas?
That, Andy, it's a chain. There's going to be like a buttload. I think we're in College Station. Yeah, College Station in Texas. So we get there, right? And it's a long bus ride to get there.
I think it was in Dallas.
Oh, probably Dallas. Okay, Dallas, Texas. Potato. Somewhere in Texas. So it's a long bus ride to get there. And when I mean long, I mean like, it was horrible. But we got to take this really, really nice charter bus, a Greyhound. And it was amazing. We had a good group of kids go with us. What was it? It was just juniors and sophomores, right?
Juniors, yeah.
Yeah, it was just juniors and sophomores. We were juniors. And it's just horrid long bus drive to get there. We get there, we unload everything. And like, when I mean nice hotel, I'm not just talking about the hotel. Like, the parking lot, the pavement, the vehicles. Like, there were McLarens, there were Audis, there were like even like the trucks, like I guess the quote unquote work trucks or work rigs, for those of y'all that know what that is. Like, beautiful, amazing lifted trucks like King Ranch, platinum. They had a custom made bed and welder and everything, and that's a lot of money. Like you literally drive on into the parking lot, all money. And then we finally get to walk through the doors. And it's kind of like that one scene in Home Alone where he walks through the doors and he's looking at all the expensive stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
But also, we were like, we were broke, little.
What do you mean we were? We still are.
Yeah, we're still broke, but now we're living.
Like you're recording from your apartment at the campus that you stay at. I'm recording in my hobbit hole of a little dorm.
Yeah. But my point of view, I was with my girlfriend at the time, still my girlfriend. We did take a break, but that's not important.
Ooh.
That entire bus ride, I slept like a baby. She did not. Which is that's kind of going to be a theme in this story. Is if I'm sleeping like a baby, everyone around me is not. I don't know what it is. But
You don't know what I can tell you what it. Okay, anyway. So, like, we get into this beautiful hotel, dude, and we are walking around looking at different things. So, I want you to imagine this: it's a bunch of like business owners. It's a bunch of people that have flown into Dallas that stay at this hotel. It's people that have private jets. It's people that like they're so like
they have black cards.
Yes. Yeah. Like suits everywhere. And like the rich people that were richer than all the riches there, they were just wearing khakis and a Hawaiian shirt.
They were there on vacation.
They were there on vacation. Like this place had a pool.
Don't go to Texas. It's
no, it's bad. But anyway, they like in the back of the hotel, they had a pool. And I'm not just talking about your normal like Holiday Inn or Southwestern. No. When I mean pool, I mean like they basically had like a whole water park back there. And then they had like a koi fish pond and then a little trail you can go to, and it had like a gazebo in the back. It was like
they had a hot
beautiful.
tub.
They had a hot tub. That was really fun. But anyway, you know, Coach D. Oh, by the way, Hillary Defbach, that's her name. We're just gonna call her Coach D for short, which that's what we did call her in high school. So she's checking all of us in, and she's giving us all the cards and everything. Like, hey, you stay in this room, you stay in this room, you stay in this room. And I was with Andy. Also, Trace was with us. Trace was a sophomore. He's an amazing fellow, young lad. He's still in high school. He's doing really good, and I wish him the best. But anyway, we all go up there.
For preface, the entire time leading up to the trip, Coach Steve was like, I am going to do everything in my power to keep Mikey and Andy from being in the same dorm.
Yes.
And yeah. So we weren't expecting for us to room together, and then we get the things. You're like, yeah, you guys can room together, and we're like, yay.
That was probably the first mistake.
Oh, I got all right. So my side of the story is I didn't really care about the whole rich stuff. I just wanted sleep. But before we made it to the hotel, we made a quick stop to like a gas station that was like 5 minutes by, and Coach She was basically like, if you want snacks, go get you some snacks. Now, right next to the gas station was a Taco Bell.
Oh no!
I love Taco Bell.
I absolutely hate Taco Bell.
Probably because of what happened.
Yeah.
So I get me a $25 taco box craving set. I was like, I'm gonna share it with my boys, Trace and Mikey. And so I'm carrying up the tacos, and we get to our room, and I set it there. And keep in mind, we're about to have a little pool party at the pool. So Mikey and Trace, they get dressed into their pool clothes, and they head out. And I told them, knock before you enter.
He did tell me knock before I enter. I guess that was my mistake.
And so I took a little bit because I was on a call with my girlfriend. And so I get undressed, to get into my pool clothes. I look at the boys that are sitting there. I'm like, you know what? Still undressed. I'm gonna have some tacos. And so the layout of the room is there's a chair right in front of the door. Like it's like right by the edge of the window, but it's angled to be the first thing you see when you enter the room. So I'm sitting in that chair, happy as can be, in the nude, eating a taco. And I
Yeah,
share.
like Andy is having a grand time. Like, okay, imagine this for my fellows out there. For the women, I don't know, some of y'all are weird. I can also imagine, but you're sitting butt naked on a recliner, not a recliner, but like a spinny chair that's really comfortable. You're eating a taco from Taco Bell after you're hungry and you're sleepy and you're just chilling. You're nude, right? You have the AC going. It's nice. You're cooling down, and you don't hear a knock on the door while you're chilling. All you hear, for those of y'all that have stayed in a hotel or ones that use a card,
It's like
all you hear is like a little like beep beep. Shh.
So before we get into what happened after you entered the room, what was your thought process leading up to going to your room? Because I never really asked why you needed to go to the room.
Okay, so my reason for going to the room was I went down to the pool. I didn't swim. I just went down to the pool, that's all. And I sat down and I was chilling. I think I talked to Peyton and Ashlyn and a few other people. I talked to Gracie. Wait, Gracie didn't go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, but anyway, so the reason why I walked up back to the room was simply just because I wanted to, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the room. I'll sit down. I know that Andy bought Taco Bell. I'm gonna see if he got me a taco, which he did. I'm gonna see if he got me a taco. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna have, a couple laughs while we sit down and reminisce and joke around with my buddy, right? So it never, occurred in my mind, hey, there's a teenage boy alone in this hotel room. I should probably knock. That seems like the logical thing to do, right? No.
You also forgot that I told the both of them, if you do not see me down there, knock before you enter.
Yeah, so I should have knocked. That was on me. So I pull out the little key card. I press it against the door, and like it beeps twice and then it unlocks. I open and I see, okay, so Andy, he won't get upset if I say this because we're buddies. He is he's a heavier set dude, He's a heavier set dude, right? So he's chilling on this recliner, spread eagle, like man spreading, but like squared, right?
Like you can see everything.
It was bad. I open the door and our eyes lock. And then we fell in love. No, I'm just kidding. No, I open the door and I see him. And he sees me. I see him, see me, see him. Right? So he says nothing but these words. Not even a, oh, I'm so sorry, or why didn't you knock, or he didn't even get upset at me. No, these are the words that he says as he is sitting, man spreading, butt naked with a taco in his hand. Hey, you want a taco? No. I have, oh my gosh, I have never closed a hotel door that fast and that loud. Actually, no, I take it back. Not that loud. You know what sucked? It was one of the ones that has like a little dampener, so you can't slam the door. You close it to a certain like depth, and then it has to slowly shut.
And every time you pull it, it like pushes back a little bit.
It was so like upset that will never get out of my mind. I don't think it will be for a long time. I don't think it is. So Andy, what was What was your thought process when this whole ordeal happened?
See, now my perspective of it, we had been friends for a decent amount of time. You have seen me naked more times than you have any right to, which is
Yeah.
on me. I may be a really large dude. I have no shame in my body. And we run athletics together. So, the amount of times an accidental dick slip happens, it happens. It happens.
It happened. It happened. It was a yeah. I think that kind of qualified us to be married of some sort. I don't think we were friends, just buddies after that.
Yeah. No.
So,
But basically, I see him walk in, and now my thought process was like, oh, he must have had a. I'm gonna be real. I kind of forgot I was naked. I thought it was just really cold in there. So I'm like, probably is hungry. I'm eating a taco. He might want a taco. Hey man, you want a taco?
so it never occurred to you in your mind in that moment that you were butt naked offering your best friend a taco.
Not until after you close the door, and then I'm like, that was weird. I'm like, oh crap, I'm naked. And
Yeah.
so as he closes the door, I like sneak behind the bed and start putting some pants on. I didn't put a shirt on, like I didn't, but I put some pants on. And then I'm like, you can come in now. Now here's the thing, he still ate a taco.
Heck yeah, dude! I was hungry. I wanted a taco.
So, but it gets well for me. That was kind of like the most eventful thing for Mikey. That was of the stuff I put him through that night.
Yeah. So yeah, that story is just the start of what we're going to be talking about uh for this podcast.
And so after that, we don't tell anybody. Like it took us like a year to finally tell the hotel story. And then so after we went down to the pool, we had a good time. We were throwing around a football and it got confiscated by Coach D because we almost hit a kid like 4 times.
Yeah, but it was his fault.
Same kid, like move. Clearly, you can see.
Clearly, you can see just a wee little lad just swimming, having a blast.
And then nearly getting his head sniped off.
Like that thing was coming in like a laser, just boom. But anyway,
After that, we went on a nice nature walk, which was, it was fun. It was fun.
it was very nice. It was a very nice walk. I really enjoyed that.
For some reason, on the way back, a lot of us decided to run, including me. Because some backstory for me is I'm a big dude, but I can run long distance pretty easily if I have the motivation for it. I used to train for a marathon, then I got COVID and never really picked it back up, which I'm thinking about picking it back up. And so I was like, ooh, I wonder if I can still run a mile. And I did. It was easy.
Respect. Yeah. So this nature walk, it wasn't just us by ourselves. It was a planned thing that Coach D put on. So we all loaded up in the bus and went to some park down there that was really big, and we all took like a giant walk.
Also, not to discredit Coach D, like she's a great person, good at planning. Why would you make us eat Raisin Canes first and then make us go on a 2.5 mile hike?
Yeah, we stopped at Raising Cane's, which everybody was like, "Oh yeah, dude, it's amazing." And then we went on a walk, right? So you have a bunch of these sweaty, nasty, greasy filled kids trying to walk off the like 2,000 calories they just consumed.
Yeah. But after that, it was fun. And we get back. I was huffing and puffing for like 25 minutes after that, though. On the bus ride back, I was still the whole time. But we thought that after the whole taco incident, the night was gonna be, relaxed. But
It was anything but relaxed. Okay,
can
so
we
I
get,
can tell like my side
we still
before
gotta,
it ensued in chaos.
we
So
gonna talk about what you and Trace did to me when I decided to go take a tinkle.
oh yeah, but like I'm gonna talk about what I did before and then what I did when I got back and then talk to Trace.
Right.
So Ashlyn and Peyton, those names that I mentioned earlier, they invited me down. They invited me to the pool area to sit down and chit chat with them. And for some reason, I had nice dress up clothes, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wear this down there. Why not, right? So we go down there, right? And they had planned a Bible trivia game, and I was like, I respect, dude. I don't really remember who won. I'm just gonna say it was me, because
Of course.
why not? But yeah, did all that jazz, and then went back to the dorm. Went back to the hotel room. Andy wasn't in there. I think he was down with Kylie.
Yeah, I was chilling with my girlfriend, like a good boyfriend.
Yeah, and was I supposed to mean something? I'm just kidding. But I go back up there and key card everything, open the door, and Trace. Now Trace is a
He's odd.
gosh, he is a 6 foot, 200 and something pound teddy bear man child face. I don't know how to explain him. He's the smartest kid in our school, in our high school, right?
Like, he's a big
But
teddy
he
bear, but
lacks
he could also kill you.
he lacks so much common sense. Yes, what Andy said. Like he's a giant teddy bear. He can sit there and like you could do whatever. He could also kill you in like 0.5 seconds. So that's a little background on Trace. He kind of looks like a Thumb Thumb from Spy Kids with curly hair. Yeah. So I get back up there, open the door, everything. I'm like, hey Trace, what's up? We talk about whatever. And then I don't know where this popped up. I think we kind of just linked our brain waves for like 2 seconds. We both looked at each other. We were like, we should prank Andy. And yeah, so what we did was it was actually really cool. America did this. I don't know what war or whatever. I think it was Korea. I don't know, whatever. But basically, you play like background ambience, and you use it as a scare tactic. And that's what I did. I used scary background ambience. We turned all the lights off. Trace and I are hiding in the dark. Andy walks in,
Now,
and then
before we get to my side, how long were y'all sitting there waiting for me?
45 minutes.
So, y'all were just sitting there in the dark for around 45 minutes, waiting for me to come in to scare me.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So just sitting, chilling, waiting in the dark. Just two homies waiting in a dark hotel room alone for. See, when I say it like that, it sounds bad.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah, so Andy walks in the door, and then I'll let Andy take the story from here.
So, when we got back from the nature retreat, I was just kind of chilling with my girlfriend, because when you're in a big crowd, you don't get a lot of alone time. And I was like, I'm going to give her some alone time. Not like that. It's a school event. But we're just chilling, talking. And I was like, all right, bedtime. Which meant that we had a card game called Disturbed Friends. And I was looking forward to playing it. And so we were going to play it when we got back. Little did I know that I had a surprise waiting for me when I got to the hotel room. So I'm walking up there. And as I push the key card in, I can hear, I think it was Trace. I just hear a large thump coming from
That was Trace bouncing off of the bed and hitting the floor.
I was like, this can't be. Like, I immediately up before I even opened the door. So I open it. It's pitch black in there, and the noises are coming from the speaker are not helping. And all of a sudden, Trace just crawls across the floor, and I freak out. I immediately turn on the lights. I start shouting, "What the heck are y'all doing? What's going on here?" And they start laughing at me.
Yeah, it was amazing. But I think the best thing about that story, it did not stop there. Even when the lights were on, we kept screwing with each other, throwing pillows at each other, and just making a mess out of that nice hotel.
Yeah. And then, we play our card game. We're getting ready for bed. And now, Trace told us that he is a heavy sweater and wrestles in his sleep. And so me and Mike are like, all right, next to each other. It'll be fine. We're both easy sleepers.
Yeah.
So I said,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, before we go to bed, I'm going to pee real quick. And as I am tinkling, I felt the lights turn off from outside the bathroom.
How do you feel the lights turn off?
You just do. Like, I felt a lack of light coming from behind the door. And I looked, sure enough, there was no light coming from under that door frame. And then I hear the speakers start playing the noises again. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm just trying to go to bed. And so I open the door. Trace, once again, just starts crawling towards me. And then I think I kicked him in the nose.
Yes, you kicked him in the nose.
He did not stop. And so a little more antics ensued from there. And then we get ready for bed. And so we lay in the bed, and I jokingly told Mikey, hey, don't try to cuddle me in my sleep. And then that's where the night ended for me. And so I'm going to let Mikey take it from here.
So the night ended for Andy right there when we got in bed, and he told me that, right? Now, to give you, a size of this bed, it's a queen size bed, and that can, spaciously sleep 2 people. All right. And, Andy's already like passed out, and I'm like, you know what, dude, it's been a long day. I really just want to go to bed, man. So I get my pillow, I like deadlift, pull the freaking covers from the hotel bed, and I'm like, you know what? All right, we vibing, man. All right. I close my eyes. I'm about to fall asleep. My breathing's slowing down. I'm starting to relax, dude. My back is decompressing. And then I feel a hand, right? And I was like, well, both of my hands are tucked into my chest. I wonder whose hand that could be. I feel Andy's heavy hand swing over and smack me dead in my chin. Okay? Now, Andy is asleep during this entire thing, okay? And I am like, all right, okay. You know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna move his hand. I'm gonna put it back on his side. I'm gonna go to sleep. I try to go to sleep again. Boom. Again, I feel his heavy hand swing Mach 10 speed over his body and land on my face. Now I'm starting to get a little upset, okay? Because I'm like, I'm tired. It's 2 a.m. I want to go to bed. And I lay his hand back down. And I'm patient, okay? I'm patient. Now, he didn't smack his hand at light speed on my face anymore. No. He wrapped his hand around my waist and started pulling me in. And like the fear that was in me, I was like, oh, no. start grabbing and gripping, like death gripping the edge of the bed, trying to like scoop myself away from him. And he starts scooting towards me. He wraps his leg around me, and I'm like, no. So I like pry his cold, clammy, dead hand off of me and wrangle my legs from his. And I set up like a little pillow border in between us. So the bed had 4 pillows, okay? He had 2, I had 2. I used 2 pillows to make that border. I had nothing. I had nothing left. I had no pillows, okay? So now it's like 3 in the morning, right? And I'm like, okay, I can finally go to sleep, whatever. I can just lay on my stomach and I can just pass out. It's fine. And we had the AC going because Trace is a heavy sleeper and he sweats a lot in his sleep, okay?
And I prefer to sleep in like 65-degree weather.
Yeah, we all do. We're guys. We're men. It's weird. All right. So I'm like, all right, dude, I'm under the warm covers. Andy, stop bothering me. I get to go to sleep. Start winding down. And then the covers are gone. They're gone off of me. Andy wraps himself in a chrysalis as if he was a caterpillar in my blanket. The blanket was 50-50. One half was his, one half was mine. Now 100% of it is his. I don't have anything. I don't have pillows. I don't have blankets. I don't have anything. Okay? So I'm having to sleep. And I'm on the bedside closest towards the AC. And I am freezing. It is like 3:30, 3:45 in the morning. And I'm like, okay, I can go to bed. And I finally go to sleep. And then the alarm goes off. And I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh. Okay. And Andy, like a picture perfect ad for somebody waking up. Like the stretch, the yawn, the blanket falling off of them. And he's like, man, I slept really good. I'm going to let Andy tell you this part.
So, he left this part out. He said our initial alarm was set for 6 in the morning. Because at the time, Mikey liked to wake up at 6 to just think. And so, the initial alarm turns on, and all 3 of us collectively were like, turn that off right now. And so, I like, dead-armed, half asleep, slapped it off, and just, I didn't because I was awake partially, I didn't stop to think I have a lot of blankets on me. Why do I have all 4 pillows? Oh well, it's fine. I was like, it's off. I'm going back to sleep. And so I wake up again at 8 to our alarm because I needed to get ready. And I just felt so good. My legs felt better after the run. I felt great. I did a little stretch and I turned to my left and I look at Mikey. Homeboy looked like he just went through World War I and II in 1 hour. His eyes were bloodshot. He was shivering. His hair was a mess. I was like, well, I slept great.
I was not having a good time.
And
he woke up. I was so jealous and held so much hatred towards him in that moment because he robbed me of my sleep, and I could see it in his eyes. I could see that he robbed me of my sleep. I could see it in his smile when he woke up and his stretch. And I was like, good morning.
And then I looked to my right at Trace's bed, and there's just a shadow stain of a body.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It kind of looked like a nuke went off and he had like a flash burn on the bed. That's how sweaty that man is.
And for some reason, his blankets and pillows were just all off the bed. I don't know how.
And he was sleeping like a baby, like face down and butt in the air.
Yeah. Then he woke up, got a shower, and I was like, you good, Mikey? You look a little rough. And then he told me what happened. I was like, huh. I'm gonna go get me breakfast now. I don't think I still to this day don't think I've apologized for that.
I don't think you have.
Am I gonna?
No.
Nope. You know why? Because it gave us a funny story.
And it gave us a funny story. And that's the story. That's it for this,
Well,
I guess, episode 0.
there's a little more. So something Coach D didn't know was that for the breakfast, you actually had to pay to get it. It didn't come with it. And so she's like, well, we got like muffins and Ritz crackers and some Gatorades. Homeboy over here broke into the buffet. Just straight up. Was like, no, I'm getting a good breakfast. So I'll let you tell that part.
The breakfast that I had was so good. Oh my gosh. Because this is a 5-star hotel. Like, first class 5-star hotel, right? They didn't have people that just made the breakfast. No. They had chefs that specialized in what they made, and they put work into their craft. So it's like, and it wasn't even buffet. It wasn't a buffet. I sat down, I had a menu handed to me, and I was like, oh, this is nice. I ordered some fancy thing. I think it was in French. I couldn't even say it. I just had to look at the waiter and point at it, and she understood me. And like, the reason why I picked it, because the only word that I saw and understood was eggs. And she brings it to me. And I sit down, and I just like go all in, dude. I am ravenous. I'm tearing this thing up, dude. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then I get up, and I'm like, do I have to pay? Don't I have to pay? And then I just leave. Okay. Now, I go back, right? And as Andy mentioned earlier, the Gatorades and the chips and all the other snacks that they had for breakfast, I walk out of there feeling like a king, dude. I walk out of there, I got my belly full, some nice quality breakfast. And I walk out to see everybody else, drinking Capri Suns, Gatorades, and eating chips. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? And then I think Andy talked to me, so I'll let Andy, you take this.
So I saw him looking all fat and happy. I was like, bro, how'd you get breakfast? And he's like, oh, I just walked in and got it. I was like, you were supposed to pay. It's like $30. Like, well. And then I had the audacity to say to this man, after the hell I just put him through that night, to say, and why does the good stuff always happen?
There's a price that I had to pay the night before.
The look of disdain this man gave me when I said that. Priceless. But then we toured some whatever college we toured. I don't really remember. I wasn't paying attention after that. I was like, alright, I'm ready to go home. I'm pretty sure that was the attitude we all had. For that entire bus ride, I still slept. Like, I slept like a baby for most of that trip.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's really about it for the one of our first stories.
Oh, also, it's not like that funny, but on the way back, we stopped to get Chick-fil-A. I had a spicy chicken sandwich. And I, for some reason, got every single sauce that they had on the Chick-fil-A menu, and I poured them onto that sandwich. And before I could put that top bun on to eat my sandwich, our bus driver decides to hit a bump. And so my clothes were covered in Chick-fil-A sauce, which was upsetting, but I still liked the sandwich, and it was still really good. So, shout out to Chick-fil-A, sponsor us, please.
Gosh, getting sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Already asking for sponsors.
On our first podcast, episode 0.
Yeah, email to Batman. No, I'm just kidding, dude.
Or don't drop my email. I have to make a professional email for my photography and my film stuff.
You do.
Everybody, well, if you liked what you heard here, expect more to come. We will probably be trying to pump out a podcast at least twice a month. We're freshly into schedules are a little wonky at the moment, but we will be trying to keep up with some sort of a schedule. Mikey, you got anything you'd like to say?
Nothing much. Just gonna agree with you on pumping out around 2 a month. We're not really in a set schedule, but yeah. This is Mikey.
I had a good time talking about our hotel story, and I think it'll give a good preface of what our friendship is like from here on out. For those of you that stayed here and listened this whole time, we appreciate that. We know it's not easy to sit down and listen to something, so we appreciate your time.
Especially listen to two broke college kids talk about their high school memories.
Yeah. If you want to, like I said, I'm trying to get into the film industry, so if you would like to see what I have to offer, I've got 2 videos up on my YouTube channel, which is probably where you can also find this podcast. And go check them out, give it some support, maybe even subscribe. But this has been the Anything Goes podcast, a Rivera production. So, signing off. So, what do you think?
Dude.